so excited that our Scarletto is finally available. The Scarletto is inspired by the lightly sweet sparkling red wines that you find in northern Italy, and it has this incredible fresh fruity flavor to it, and I've been wanting to play with it in cocktails. In particular, I like the way that ginger plays off of those fresher fruits, and so I'm going to make a variation basically on a lemon drop with a little bit of ginger liqueur, but first we're going to make it extra festive. So to do this, I've taken a little bit of simple syrup and poured it into a plate. I'm just going to coat the rim of the glass with that. And then I found some incredible gold glitter, which you can never have too much glitter this time of year. And we're going to roll the rim of the glass in that gold glitter. And that is edible, and it just brings a pop to any cocktail glass. All right, so now we're ready to make the cocktail. Again, pretty straightforward cocktail. I'm going to take vodka, and we'll do 2 ounces of vodka. And then I'm going to use this ginger liqueur. What I'm using is called Domaine de Canton is the brand. There are other ginger liqueurs out there. These are wonderful. I love this brand in particular because it has a really intense gingery flavor. It also has some sweetness. It is a liqueur, so I'm going to use 1 ounce of that. And I like it too because it has not just the flavor of ginger, but a lot of spice to it as well. And then, from here, it's kind of up to you how sweet you want your drink to be. You can add a little bit more simple syrup too if you want it a little bit sweeter. I'm just going to go with this is actually lemonade. So there's already some sweetness to this. You can go with straight lemon juice if you want something that's really intense and tart at the bottom and a little bit sweet at the top. So I'm going to do 2 ounces of lemonade. And then I'll shake it up with some ice. So you want to give that a good hard shake so that it gets really frosty and cold. So first we'll put this in the glass. And you can see it's really cold because there's little ice chips floating on the top. And that's really key, especially because I didn't pre-chill my glass because I wanted to put the sugar rim on it. All right, now comes the fun part. We get to add the Scarletto. Now, when it comes to adding sparkling wine to cocktails like this, you want to pour really carefully. Because if I was to just pour this in, the whole thing would mix in and you wouldn't really get the separation of flavors. So not just pouring slowly, but I'm also going to use a spoon. So what's going to happen is that the Scarletto is a different weight than the cocktail that's in there. And so by using a spoon, it'll help ease that Scarletto down to the bottom of the drink and allow a little bit of separation. And I love the way that these layers look. This will also keep it from foaming up. And there you go. You can see the Scarletto starting to settle down to the bottom. You're going to get that much fruitier flavor at the bottom of the drink, and at the top is all that really refreshing ginger and lemon. Is there a more festive cocktail than this? I don't think so. Cheers and happy holidays.